You know what? I got a question. What is so special about another woman looking between another woman's legs? I mean, why is there has to be a big television announcement that another woman put her legs between her legs and lick the cat bowl? You know, I don't get it. You know, how is that such an enlightenment? You know, it's like, so what? You know what would be really special? If she could lick between her own legs. That would be special. That would like solve a bunch of problems. You know. If she could lick between her own legs, then now that would be something to put on TV. I mean, a dog can do that, you know. I mean, if I could do that, I'd be like, shoot, oh man. I'd be the man, you know. I'd be okay, you know. We could definitely, that would definitely be the start of another classification of sexual gender. You know, I was just talking about this on my Facebook. You know, God said multiply, not divide. You know, we divide people into all kind of sexual groups. You know, we're supposed to be multiplying. You know, we're taking what we have and slicing it in half. Okay, now you bisexual. Okay, take that. Now you trisexual. Now you quad sexual. Now you centisexual. You know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. And you know, for a woman to be married 3 full times, you know what? They shouldn't allow. You know, they should just, after 2 marriages, you know, 3 strikes, you're out. They should do it like they put people away for jail, like for that, right? They should have a limitation on how many times you can get married, you know? And just because, you know, you got a lot of money, you're a Hollywood star, it shouldn't allow you to get married like 10 times, you know? Marriage and divorce is not like that. Divorce is actually made to protect the woman. There's a guy who is doing a video, and I'm sorry, doing a trying to write a bill, and he's starting a campaign on on people should not be divorced. It's like a bitter kind of backlash, kind of spiteful type of thing. You know, I think that's really. I think that's what a lot of gays are doing. It's just like a bitter backlash. You know, oh, you called me gay? Well, I can get married too. You know, you know. So this guy has said to protect the sanctity of marriage, since we have Prop 8, to protect marriage and to protect, you know, people who have an interest in building the nation and life and those kind of things, you know, those trivial type of things. You know, to do this, we should not have divorce. Now, divorce, I was going to post this other video, but I'm just dealing with this directly because it's shorter if I deal with it directly. Divorce is made to protect the woman. It's not necessarily for men. So when you a man and you trying to get divorced, when you get scoured, okay, you know, it's because it wasn't meant for you to get divorced in the first place. That's not what divorce was. An original divorce, Moses put the laws of divorce, but God did not intend it. But what was happening is the men were leaving the ladies with the bag anyway. They were leaving with the kids and everything because they put their, you know, they putting their wife away. There isn't supposed to be divorce. But the thing about it is that it was happening anyway. So the problem is that women who got divorced, the men would just leave the woman, and and there used to be a time that if you were an adulterator, it was a shame on your community. And so a lot of the things that you would do or not do would be a shame on your community. Like, this is where I live, and so I have neighbors, and I'm really still a corporate individual. I have a corporate mentality, not a ghetto mentality. So there are certain things like I won't do around my neighbors or in my neighborhood. I don't want in my neighborhood. Like, certain people moved in this neighborhood, and, we prayed to get them out of the neighborhood. We prayed because we don't want that kind of life. I mean, there was always drug people coming down there, people hollering in the street, late at night, excuse the term, niggas, acting like niggas, low class, low lives, just the way they were acting, so, we basically don't have that type of behavior in this neighborhood, and so people that come in this neighborhood with that attitude are not welcomed. Okay, they're not welcomed in this neighborhood. This is my neighborhood. Okay, so and we like I say, I'm still corporate. I have an executive Philip Morris kind of attitude. I know it don't look like it and stuff like that, but I still, when I left New York, I was an executive. I still, one of my clients are still executive. They're high level corporate clients, that I work for. Even though I don't have, the high level corporate, environment to work in, but here it's still high level and corporate. Anyway. There used to be a time when there was people who would be ashamed to, you would shame your community if, you were an adulteress or an adulterous woman. So, it just, just like the situation with Tiger Woods, he brought a lot of shame on himself. Unfortunately, because, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to say that. But all I can say about it, it seems to me that in order to be married to a world-class golf champion, you still have to be able to handle a club. You have to be able to handle a club too. So, in order to be a world... Anyway. I like Tiger Woods. I used to say that Tiger Woods used to be my favorite joke. And now I'd be looking at the chick and I say, ooh, I'm about to pull out my wood and practice my stroke like Tiger would. I made that up. That was nasty. Anyway. Divorce was made to protect the woman because she would have a bad reputation for having if the man left her with the kids and another man would come around and help her out. It would give her a very bad reputation. Her community would look down on her, and she can be considered a lecherous woman and would basically bring shame on their community or in their neighborhood. And so she basically, so divorce was made as a document for the man. He could sign it and say, I release her. She's not cheating on me. She's not an adulterer. And so that way, the community wouldn't come around her as a troublemaker. Because the reason why, because an adulterous woman or a fornicating woman in a community can tear a community down. Adulterous woman, men will fight over a woman. So if you have a woman sleeping with a bunch of men, and men will fight over her ass and will kill each other. So a loose woman can destroy a neighborhood. Plain and simple. I know Helen of Troy. Men will go to war over women. So a marriage license was to show some type of exclusivity towards that woman and a man. So one man could say, "Look, she's with me. You got to leave her alone. I have a right to be with her, and I have a right to tell you to get away from my woman, and the rest of the community knows it. And so you get waxed messing with somebody else's woman. Starting some. Why are you that like like, like like I said about Kanye, that's Jay-Z's wife. What you doing on stage? I'm just saying. I ain't trying to talk. But so the thing about it is that when you have, I don't understand why they would have a woman on national television talking about, she did that to me, she did that to me. Well, who the heck cares? Go somewhere and be happy, you so gay, Go somewhere and be happy. Why you gotta, and just because you change sex partners don't mean that we gotta start changing laws? What the heck is that? Just because you change now, you gotta make everybody else change. How self-centered. The world doesn't revolve around your JJ, okay? Anyway, so this is the situation that I wanted to bring up. That when men would leave the women and another woman, so what we have with a lot of homosexual and an adoption, and we need two people that should not be just awarded children. Two homosexuals should not be awarded children. They've taken a substitute situation where a woman will be left holding the bag because a man left her. She get bitter or whatever, or she's just not decide one day that she all of a sudden had this awakening. I respect that dude, the interviewer, but an awakening that after 3 marriages and 5 kids that you're lesbian, how first, it's just amazing. I don't have an awakening. Oh, that's 12 minutes. Okay, so I just want okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. God bless you all. Pray for our president and pray for our country. God bless America, and God bless you all.